Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It's reported in the mainstream media that the younger brother of NBA basketball player Dion Waiters was killed Tuesday, March 8th, in Philadelphia. Let's quickly read the reporting on his death. Philadelphia police are investigating a shooting that left the younger brother of a local NBA star dead. Officers responded to the scene of a shooting on 2300 block of Morris Street around 8 p.m. Tuesday night, which was March 8th. When officers arrived on scene, they observed the victim, Demetrius Pinckney, lying on his back with severe head injuries, and a green dirt bike lying a short distance away. So, the cause of death, I haven't read anywhere if it's ruled an accident, a murder. The head trauma and the dirt bike a short distance away makes it seem that he got in an accident, which resulted in the force that killed him. Anyhow, I want to show you what's very suspicious about the date of death and the location with the 2300 block. We'll just start with the 2300 block. Right away, I wanted to see what number Dion Waiters wore because I didn't know when I read the article, and I said, look at that. He wears number 23. Pretty popular number in basketball. Dead on the 2300 block. The next thing that stood out right away is that he died on Morris Street. Morris has the gematria of 38 as well as 47. 38 stands out because that's the number of death, and he also died on 3/8, March 8th. This number that's coded into routine sacrifice again and again. With regards to 47, that's the year of the first NBA championship, which was won by the Philadelphia Warriors, who are now the Golden State Warriors. Remember last year, the Golden State Warriors won the NBA Finals, and out of nowhere, Andre Iguodala was the MVP, who played the majority of his career with the Philadelphia 76ers. No coincidence, all signs of the rigged NBA full of tributes. And the other thing is this is now at least the sixth video I've done this basketball season of an NBA related death in Philadelphia. In the off season, I did the videos on Moses Malone and Daryl Dawkins deaths, which were ritual sacrifices connected to each other. You got to go back and check out those videos, especially the death of Moses Malone. That one's mind blowing. There's also been the death of the shot clock keeper for Philadelphia, the original employee of the NBA who'd been with the team since 47. He died in the offseason by the numbers. There's been the death of former Philadelphia 76ers who I haven't named, who I can't think of off the top of my head. There's been just so many that I've lost track. A lot of deaths connected to Philadelphia since the Pope went there. So anyhow, dead on 3/8 on Morris Street. Morris Street also has gematria of 62 like Mason. It's Freemasons who do this killing by the numbers, these ritual sacrifices by the numbers. They also fake deaths as tributes by the numbers, and it's possible that these deaths that we're decoding aren't even real. I don't have all of the information. I can just show you the pattern of the ritual of what's going on behind this reporting. Morris Street abbreviated has gematria of 131 like championship. I've done a video saying why I think the NBA Finals will be Cavs and Warriors and why I think the Cavs are going to win for sure this year. With all of these deaths mounting connected to the Oklahoma City Thunder, I'm wondering if the Thunder might actually sneak in the Western Conference and the Cavs might defeat them. If I had to pick a number 2 team behind the Warriors right now, it would be the Thunder because of these deaths. Monty Williams' wife at age 44, the kill number, car crash equals 44. The part owner, Aubrey McClendon, the day after being indicted, dies in a very suspicious car accident. Have a video on that, as well as Monty Williams' wife's death. Car crash equals 44. The kill number, Monty Williams' wife dead at 44. Monty Williams is 44. The NBA Finals start this year on a date with 44 numerology. But let us not forget, the Warriors who are out in front are in their 44th year of being in Golden State. The date of the incident, a date with 47 numerology. Remember, Morris Street equaled 38 and 47, syncing up well with the date, March 8th, 2016, a date with 47 numerology. It's also a date with 27 numerology. Think about all the dead musicians, the 27 Club, a number associated with death. March 8th was the 68th day of the year this year. It was also International Women's Day. Anyhow, the number 68 associated with death. Caskets go 6 feet deep, are often 8 feet long. 68th day of the year. So he plays for the Oklahoma City Thunder, which has gematria of 223, a very special number. Just before the NBA season began, Flip Saunders died. Flip Saunders, born on February 23rd. I talked about how his death was a ritual sacrifice. He's originally from Cleveland. I think that was all part of the tribute to what was to come for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The phrase, the synagogue of Satan, has gematria of 223. That name comes from Revelation in the Bible. It says, in the end times, the false Jews will rule, who are the Zionist Jews in this world, who definitely control the NBA. David Stern, Adam Silver, these are Zionist Jews. The synagogue of Satan. Very important number in sports. If you missed my work on the Cubs last year and the Curse of the Billy Goat, check that out. It's all by these same numbers. And a million other things. His name is Demetrius Pinckney. Notice that Demetrius has gematria of 42 and 51. 42, a number connected to Freemasonry, a number stamped on black Americans throughout history. The gematria of 51 also reminds me that the Cleveland Cavaliers, the city of Cleveland, is in their 51-year drought of no pro sports championships. LeBron James's name is just like this, 42 and 51. Pinckney, 43, reminds me of the death of Clementa Pinckney in the Charleston church shooting hoax. Charleston has gematria of 43 like Pinckney. It's where the Civil War began. Civil War equals 43. Obama's the 44th president, but the 43rd man to be president. Just telling you what these numbers remind me of in the name. If they're ritual sacrifices, they have to be chosen for a reason, right? We'll get to more of that reasoning in just a minute. Demetrius Pinckney in simple English gematria sums to 211, which is the 47th prime number. He died on a date with 47 numerology. Again, Philadelphia Warriors won the championship in 47. He died in South Philadelphia, they emphasized, which has the exact same gematria as Demetrius Pinckney. A match there. South also has gematria of 83. He died on March 8th, which can be written 3/8 or 8/3, depending on where you are in the world. The mention of the green dirt bike is interesting. It has gematria of 73, like the word sacrifice. Not too many people ride dirt bikes in the city. You know, I've never been to Philadelphia. Curious to know how many people are riding dirt bikes in the city there. So here's the shot of him with the dirt bike. Green dirt bike. You can make out the monster logo. We're going to talk about the significance of that logo in a minute in regards to the synagogue of Satan, 223, as we talked about. They say his younger brother was 25, I read in an article, but that doesn't make sense because he's 24. I read in one post this guy's 25, but how could he be the younger brother? Plus, he doesn't look 25 to me. But anyway, just the fact that they threw that out there, 25 has matching gematria with Skull and Bones, a Masonic order. And I just noticed in this picture with the green dirt bike, which seems like a staged photo op, he has a mask on that's of a skeleton, reminding me of Skull and Bones. Wherever he's at, they got other dirt bikes. You see the orange one back there. Here's the picture of the younger brother. Again, I don't think he's 25. Tweet from his brother Dion Waiters. The call I just got about my little brother wasn't expecting this shit. Crushed my heart, I never questioned why, but this hurt. Love ya, kid. R.I.P. R.I.P. has that gematria of 43, like Pinckney as well. Of course, R.I.P. is something you naturally say when someone passes. So Dion Waiters, in his career, has also played for the Cavs, which is interesting. Should there be a Cavs-Thunder finals, if that's what it is, don't forget this death. Ritual sacrifices, by the numbers, often tributes to things. That said, last NBA season, All sorts of people were dropping dead connected to the Portland Trail Blazers. Most people probably remember the death of Anthony Mason. They probably don't realize he was drafted by the Blazers. But last year there were a ton of deaths connected to the Blazers. And early in the season, before things happened, I thought, well, if the Blazers go to the finals this year, remember this. All these people dying connected to the Blazers. So I make that point because just because people are dying connected to teams, it doesn't mean they go to the championships. But sometimes the connection is there. Dion Waiters in simple English gematria sums to 137, the 33rd prime number. His name also equals 42. Again, this number stamped on Black Americans. His date of birth, he has a life lesson number of 42. Like Demetrius, like Dion, like Freemason. Date with 113 numerology. Number connected to Freemasonry. Scottish, as in Scottish Rite Freemasonry equals 113. Just like mainstream, just like dishonest, just like perjury. His birthday, December 10th, also creates that sequence of 121, a number of revelation. The name Philadelphia comes from Revelation in the Bible, the final book, the 66th book, the same place the number 666 comes from. So here's what I want to tell you about that monster logo on his dirt bike. Let's look at that one more time. The monster logo. Let's see. We got the monster logo here. This logo right here. Many people have pointed out its connection to 666. In the Hebrew alphabet, the letter 6 is known as Vav. Can you see how this letter looks? It's almost like three of these. This is why people say the monster logo is a tricky representation of 666. It's very possible the Masons, the Zionists, who control media, control governments, control sports leagues, control entertainment. They control a lot in this world, including a lot of the major brands we know. They love to code these numbers. 666 is a very significant number to these people. It would be fitting for them to put it in a logo of a sugary beverage that's horrible for people. And think of the other one, the original, Red Bull, which has this gematria of 74, just like Masonic. Notice the Jewish gematria of Masonic, 223, like the synagogue of Satan. Also the same gematria as Lucifer. Write out the synagogue of Satan up here real quick so you can see this. Synagogue of Satan, 223, just like Masonic. Just like Oklahoma City Thunder. See how it all comes together? Now, if you go to Revelation, the final book of the Bible, it's Revelation 13:18 that references the number 666. It says, "Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600, threescore and six." Threescore means 60, so 666, 666. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. That segment has gematria of 223. And what I am trying to educate people about is the Freemasons have created the spiritual texts of this world, the Bible, the Quran, and more. And they use these as tools of division. That's why so many wars are fought over religion. It's all Masonic dividing. This gang is a secret society that believes in divide and conquer and order through chaos. With regards to beast, show you one more gematria here. Remember how we talked about how he died on a date with 47 numerology, on a street with 47 gematria. Philadelphia won the championship in 47. Beast equals 47. Think about this nation's birthday. Show you something about this nation. The beast has Jewish gematria of 311. U is the 21st letter. In numerology, 21 becomes 2 plus 1 equals 3. So U equals 3. S is the 19th letter. 1 plus 9 becomes 10. 1 plus 0 becomes 1. S represents 1. A is the first. USA represents 311, like the beast. That's what this nation is. And the 13th colony, Rhode Island, also has this gematria of 311, projecting what was to come. This is how the Masons have operated throughout history, coding their numbers, sequencing. Think about how this nation began with 13 colonies. United States of America has gematria 41, which is the 13th prime number. This is what's going on in the world, truth seeker. Of course, this study, it does have its limits. I can't tell you for sure if this man really died or not, you know? But I can tell you that whether he died or whether it's a hoax, it's all by these ritualistic numbers. All right, truth seeker, until next time.